Well, we'll see how this works. I'll put some fly spray on or some Poron on these guys, and we'll just do them 3 at a time. They've been through here 2 or 3 times already, and so they should work out just fine. But it's good work for Rollins here. So this is just a classic bud box. Of course, Rex is not helping me. So I'll ask these guys all to point the same direction. See, like right here. What I'll do before I start, I'll get them all looking the same direction. I got all these dogs. Keep them looking all different directions. So here, I'll come back here. I'm gonna give them all looking the same way. Clear line. And then that'll make it where it's much easier for them to step on forward, and they think they're all going to go. Get out of there, right? And so we'll just step them on down in there. I'd like just 3. So we'll drop one. I don't have much movement in here. Well, the horse is a little bit afraid of a cow. So this is kind of a tight spot, so I'll really take my time, let him get confidence in here. I don't want to take his confidence away, I want to build it up. So now here he's going to get out of there, right? I'll just turn him and back him into this corner. All right, get out of there. And get all these guys pointed the same direction. See, he's a little bit bothered there. Get out, Rex. My dogs. Rex, get out of there. Get out, Rex. Rex, out. So the cattle wanted to go, and Rex is stopping them. We'll see if we can overcome Rex. There we go. Good. Now somebody else step up in here. My horse doesn't want to step forward. He's a little bit afraid, but this will be a good place to get confidence. Get Rex, get out. And I'd like to put 3 in there. This will be good for him. He doesn't want to step in there behind there. Almost waiting there. Rex, Ike, get out. So this will be all right. I'll just let him hang in there for a minute. Let him get a little confidence. Good. There's really not anywhere for her to go, so I'm going to go ahead and just step off here, and he's in a good spot. He's in a good spot. And we'll put a little Poron on. I'm not sure the camera is pointing up here, so you can keep an eye on my horse for me while I'm putting this on. So it's just this is a Merc product. I usually use Neogen, but they didn't have. I went to Western Ranch and they didn't have any, so I wanted Neogen because they're a sponsor of the Stockmanship and Stewardship program, and they have really great products. But here I'm going to, hey, Ike, I don't have gloves on, which I should, but I'm just going to put it on them nice and even. They're calm, they're not moving around. I put it down their face, all down their back, over their tail head, and get a real nice, because they're calm and relaxed by the way they've gone in here the last 3 times. Well, it's easy to get the right dosage and the right pour on these things. So we'll just let them walk out of here. Nice and easy. Very good. Give us another set of them. So this is the kind of work like me, I enjoy it because it's
It's slow, it's easy, it's good for these young horses. And like, I'm not in a big hurry, but I act like I'm in a hurry a little bit, because then you work better. But if you're in too big of a hurry, you work worse. So there's got to be a nice balance. I don't want the bulls coming in. These two fish go through the shoot. This yellow horse is really afraid of the bull. So we're going around him. Got a couple of them up here. This for a minute, good stuff for my horse's confidence. Bull can get a little wild cow. She doesn't like doing there. That's gonna be a good one to help him to understand that he can put a cow somewhere. Good. Now we'll just go with. Hey, get out of there, don't get out, Trace. Now I gotta see if I can hold her. Just wait. Now she's a sneaky little thing. So there, got it. Okay. So I like to work the box a lot of different ways. Horseback. I like to put my horse's head up in there so I shut the gate. Step him back. Now I can walk right here, come around in a circle, but I gotta watch my first cow. And make sure I'm there to keep that movement going. I can just step right straight back, move into the red calf, send him on forward. Maybe I'll get all three in this time. He just got to bump old Blackie. Blackie, you got to step forward. So I'll just step off and help him here. There we go. That'll be enough to send them on up. Come on. Come on there, buddy. So these cattle are so gentle, they won't push into each other. So, come on, buddy. Hey. I'll let him back out. That little wild cow, though, I'd like it tight for them, so she doesn't get to jamming around. Like when they're too loose in there, they she will pinch me. I was just bragging on Prefert and then it just pinched me. We got to put some oil on them. So with her in there a little tighter, she won't have the tendency to get so wild and move around so much. So I'll dose it out right. I'll just start and pour it real nice. And when cattle are gentle like this, it's real easy to get it right where you want to get it. This little wild cow, she's a little different story. She'll move around a little bit. Matter of fact, I'll put some on her right there while she's kind of still. Good. She doesn't get many flies. She's pretty good about resisting flies. I'm gonna do a little dog training here. All right, get out of there. Alright, that went just right. Except I pinched my finger. Alright, get out of there. Now, get out. So that's that. We'll get another set. So I'm taking my time here. But the only purpose is not only getting the cattle fly straight, it's getting the horse better, making a better video, and getting these cattle where they're real good to work and Also, like with these steers, I'm thinking about taking them to sale, or if I get them, finish them for grass-fed beef. This, especially with the grass-fed deal, this program right here, putting them through there, prepares them for the knock box. And dark cutters are a big deal with animals that have never been, like grass-fed cattle. A lot of times they'll stay out in the pasture, never get moved. Then they'll load them up and haul them for an hour by themselves or something, and they'll get all stirred up and they'll become a dark cutter. So feedlot beef, they get put through the chute and through this so many times that by the time they get to the knock box, they're pretty well used to all those things, and they don't get that adrenaline rush, cortisol rush, or whatever it is that causes dark cutters. So I'll go with these last three and leave the bull. Oh, got 4. That little fella, he'll fit in there. I'll put him in last or do something. He doesn't have many flies, so I might not even put him in. Good. We'll just let these guys turn right on up in. I don't know if I like him in there or not. We'll see how it goes. He'll get squished. I'm going to let him back out of there. So I'm going to send this guy around somewhere else, and that might cause a little fella to come back. Ike, get out of there. There we go. Now we got the little fella out. Put the others forward. Maybe this, don't go in there. Now maybe I can draw this guy right on around. We'll see how this works. Didn't draw. That's all right. We'll just call this good. So this is what we, if you haven't seen this before, this is a bud box named after Bud Williams, brought to us by Bud Williams. Anyway, you can see how nice it works, and then after a time or two, the cattle they know to go up in there. And so it's a real nice deal, real easy, cheap way to set it up, and it's a much better way if you're trying to do things horseback. It's a much better way to utilize your horse and get the most from your livestock as far as a horse training or horse helping program. So I like it a lot. And I don't mind a tub either, but it's just a lot harder to use a tub horseback. And so you just miss a little opportunity to, if you're in the business of riding horses, to make good horses, then you miss an opportunity to get a horse better. So that's one of the reasons I really like the bud box. They're inexpensive and they are very effective. And they really teach cattle to get better every time they go through them. Sometimes with the tub, some of the old bad systems, the whole process of getting into the tub is worse than actually what happens up in there, so then they start wanting to refuse and get nervous about the whole situation. So anyway, that's why I like the bud box. And this one here, it's set up where I can bring cattle from that direction, load them in a trailer, this direction, load them in a chute, or load them in the chute. Alright, so we'll bring these last two. I don't want the bull to go in. That's the last thing I want, is that bull to go in that chute. He won't fit. He might try, but he is not going to fit. Ike, get out of there. So we'll just, and he's so gentle, I'm going to do him. So we'll just wait this out. Good, come on out, bull. You don't have to go in there. I'll leave him in here. This would be good for Yeller here. He don't like this bull at all. Ike, get out of that. So he'll have to, and I'll just be real careful not to get him in a pickle. Ike, get out! In here so he doesn't get more afraid of the bull. Come on, buddy. Where'd you go? You know it's no hard to turn his back on that bull. Good. So that's that's a good example of working a bud box with a colt, nice and easy for the cattle, for the horse, and for the facility.